I did as good as I could for that last song. I think I'm learning how to fix the app a little bit myself. But I'm gonna break the L song down now, just to this. Yo. Evil Knievel wouldn't even believe it. I get high as an eagle when I'm hitting the needle. It's an unbelievable pleasure, a little bit mixed with some pain. Once it enters my vein, it sets course for my brain. Got me feeling insane, so then I'm killing the game. Can't afford a fix, then I'm grilling your chain. Cause dope sick is bad, you never known what you had till you pawned all your shit, then you're bugging your dad. It's a mystical rise, take a step and get high. It's like the edge of the cliff, if you slip and you die. Now you could try to be humble while you're shooting a bundle. Watch your life slip away, your foundation will crumble. If there's a lesson to learn, less is best when it's earned. You cheated the game and now you lose a whole turn. You lose a whole turn. Get your shit right. Get your shit right. Get your bars right. Get your bars right. Keep it tight. Make sure the shit's alright. Nah, I'm out. Just wanted to separate two songs. Alright, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is John. It's nice to see you guys. For those of you guys that are here for the first time, my channel talks about everything. I'm not even going to go into it. We talk about sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and finances, and when I play my video games as well. I can't speak that loud because my family's trying to sleep right now, so that's why I'm a little quieter. Today I'm going to talk about stocks. Mainly I'm going to talk about cryptocurrency. And I got some good stuff here. I got some jewels and some future stuff that will give you guys the ins on what to invest on and why. Some of this information is from yesterday because I originally planned to start it yesterday, but didn't get done, so it's yesterday and today's info. On April 30th, Coinbase was at $298. That's $298. It was down 83% for the month. Its highs for the 52-week was 429.54, and its lowest for the 52-week was 282.07. And I couldn't find the 429 because I could look through the whole year. It hasn't even been open for a whole year, but I could look at it. I couldn't find it. It started at 250 or 328, whatever you want to say, because it was 250 the second it was open and ran to 328. So they might not have been doing good because Bitcoin, even though it's bullish, it had some serious, to them, serious setbacks. You know, so a lot of bearish moves, all the way to the high 40Ks. I forget, you know, I don't even know what it really was, but all the way to the high 40Ks. That's how low it went, to like 48, 47, 49, even 46. I don't remember. Bitcoin, that's how much it dropped to. And I remember it was at 64K at one time. The New York Stock Exchange Intercontinental Exchange sells $1.2 billion stake in Coinbase to reduce debt. So I don't know if that's Bitcoin or Coinbase. I put CB, so I don't know if that was Coinbase or Bitcoin. So don't take me on that, but I put CB, so I think it was Coinbase. You can now buy Bitcoin with PayPal on Coinbase, even though we know you could buy Bitcoin and ETH on PayPal anyway, but Coinbase was making it easier to buy that Coinbase because it was a longer process. So that was for Coinbase. That's a stock that represents, you know, trading of the cryptocurrency. Now for Ethereum, which I'm into seriously. I remember I was in them when they were only $600, but I'm in them still. I'm in them at a higher amount, but I'm in them still. I currently have 1.4 something, so I almost have 1.5 full Ethereums. This was yesterday. It was $2,773. It's over $3,000 right now, but for a 3-month raise, it was 101.52% for a 3-month, you know, give back raise. So if you invested a certain amount, the amount you would gain would be 101.52.
for 1 month, it was 1,187.98% gain. That's ridiculous. For a week, it was 1905%, and a month, it was 50%. All those numbers are crazy. They are all absolutely crazy when you compare them to like investing them in your bank, what your bank pays you. It's ridiculous. Or just even stocks. Like if you don't have a lot of money, which I don't, and investing in stocks and crossing your fingers that the stock really raised, so you would get like you made $30 that day. It's not the same as crypto when you know what you're doing with the crypto, because you could lose everything you have if you don't know. When they break resistance levels, securities make rapid and large moves. There are usually a lot of people who sell, expanding a dip to collect gains, and when drops, buy more and rinse and repeat. Basically, they get their gains when it goes up, and then they don't have none, or they have their stuff that they're HODL, but I'll call holding, the stuff that they're holding. So they got their gains, and when it does drop, they'll buy more than what they had with that same amount of money, and they'll rinse and repeat. When it goes up, it goes down. Okay? But with a large amount of supply off the market, the buyer will need to pay a higher and higher prices. As more Ether coins are off the market, just to get them, the price is just going to go higher and higher. There's going to be less supply, more demand for them. Even JP Morgan believes Ethereum will continue to grow faster than Bitcoin, because it has lately. If you look at the percent gains, it definitely has. After Ethereum broke $2,500 resistance, within 2 days, Ethereum was up 10%. Just 2 days. But since Ethereum had only for a short period of time, and it made such big moves, like it made a dominance, it was the dominance coin, it has been for that time. Some have raised more percentage-wise, but I'm talking about like actual money invested in it. It's the second largest market cap as far as the coins. The buyers decide to step back and just see, sorry, I'm reading my notes, to see if it's going to make a correction. You know what I mean? Because it's still newer than Bitcoin, and the fact that it's actually making itself a dominance, they don't know. They want to watch and see before they get their confidence in them, and give them the opportunity to buy it at a lower price. That's obvious. This is why Thursday and Friday there wasn't much action. The holders, like me, got to watch. Of course, if it consolidates for too long, it could be targeted by short sellers. They would easily knock it back to 2,500, easily. Remember though that the token Ether is the second largest cryptocurrency after Bitcoin. So in addition to seeing a sharp rise in demand, the Ethereum market has fostered smart contracts and decentralized applications. So Bitcoin, blah blah blah, you already know. More though, Bitcoin is hitting all-time highs, the 64,000, and going back. The number one crypto market capitalization is now more expensive, yet riskier to investors. You know what I mean? Because they drop a hell of a lot more, and it's more expensive. So they've been looking at the next highest market cap and the better gain percentage than Bitcoin. Lately, it's been Ethereum. Because like I said, Ethereum lately, I already told you what the gains were. If you look at the Bitcoin, I don't know if I did it for Bitcoin, but it was mostly drops, but over the years, like every decade, for the whole decade, I think it came out in 2013, I think around there, or 09, or whatever it was, but for the whole time it's been around. It might even have been before that, I think it was before that, but the whole time it's been around. If you check the percentage rates for every year, it's been up. It's been up a decent amount, and sometimes it's been up even 1,000%, 900%, 800%, 1,300%. Even if it's 200%, say it's 200%, you know, and you're getting only 1 or 2% from your banks, but there's 2% every year cost of living increase. You know, I'm not going to sit and put my monies in a bank to let them control it and hold it and lend it out to other people to earn more money off it than what they're giving me off of my money, when I could just put my money in here and become a millionaire in 1 year, if you're smart enough. You know what I mean? Some people became a millionaire almost overnight with Dogecoin, but even Ethereum, some people have already became millionaires. But this is smarter. This is better than even gold. It's going to take over gold, because gold, I didn't come up with this, but whatever the hell his name is, the MicroStrategy guy, said gold reached its peak in the 19th century, in the 1800s. You know, it's like, it's older. Like, it's like, why would you use dial-up when you have the cable for the internet? You know, why would you use a rotary telephone when you got cell phones or pushed out cordless phones? You know, why would you use a horse and a buggy when you have cars? You know what I mean? Like, it don't make sense. Why would you stick with gold when you got Bitcoin and Ethereum and other digital currencies? That is the new way to go. If you want to make money, that is the new way. And this is when it's in its infancy. So everybody watching this video, everybody could be future millionaires, even if you don't have a lot of money, because I don't have a lot of money. I'm on unemployment, you know what I mean? So, but I've been making money because I've been doing small moves. And that's what I'm here to try to, you know, not train you, because you guys aren't dogs, but teach you. That's a better word. That's what I'm trying to teach you guys to do. Gold is not the way to go. It's not. It's a store of value if you think so, but it can be confiscated. Bitcoin, you're not going to confiscate my Bitcoin, especially if it's in a, like, the hard. It looks like a what do they call it? A flash drive or whatever the hell the computer things are called that you plug into your computer. You can store it off the internet. You put that in a safe deposit box that nobody knows about, or you can bury it in your ground. It's only a little thing, and it can hold all of your Bitcoin in your wallet is right there. And just try to find if I have the code only in my head for my wallet, you're not taking my money. You know, you're not getting it. All right, but you could repossess gold and try to travel to a different country with $300,000 worth of gold. It's not happening. All right. Let me move on. I said Ethereum. Better gain abstention in Bitcoin. All right. Now this is Bitcoin May 1st. It's at oh yeah, I'm going to talk about the difference between Ethereum and Bitcoin. Now, I didn't give up on Bitcoin. I'm still a Bitcoin fan completely, and I do believe it'll be worth $1 million soon. Once the 31 million has been mined, and I think they already mined 28 or 29 million. Like, the price is going to go up an unbelievable amount, especially with it being integrated into spendable ways, and markets accepting it, banks accepting it, and just everybody accepting it. Sooner or later, the price is going to hit $1 million, especially when 31 million's been mined. You know, it's going to be a lot of people holding it. And but Ethereum doesn't have another use other than its store of value. Ethereum was designed, yeah, it has its own like way of doing like its blockchain, but it was only designed for themselves, not to hold all these other coins and other companies on top of it. It wasn't made to be like that. Ethereum, on the other hand, their store of value, and they have a use, because Ethereum, the coins are ether, for Ethereum, and Ethereum is basically, I'm not going to talk scientific and computer wise, because I don't know all the correct words, so I'm not going to pretend I do. You know, and there might be some people I talk to that don't either, but it's basically a program that's like a blockchain program, and plenty of coins run off them. Bitcoin does a lot off them. Like just a whole bunch of trades with cryptocurrency is off of the Ethereum program. You could put Facebook on top of Ethereum. You could put Twitter. You could put anything on top of Ethereum, and it turns it into, basically it takes away of like, info. You know what I mean? It helps you be more private. Anything can be on top of that program. So it has a store of value, plus it has a use, and more people and companies are adapting to it. Even banks, like I'll get into that later. But the only part of Ethereum that was giving it a problem was its gas prices. The gas prices were through the roof. Like, it was like just this one mine factory was using get enough energy to like power Guam or Guatemala for like a week, the whole place, So they came out with Ethereum 2.0, and they're starting to integrate it, and they have like little smarter ways instead of like doing it. I'm gonna word it easier. Instead of doing it each one way, they're having forks off of each one, so they're having like 64 forks off of each one, so you get basically 64 instead of one, and they're doing like a huge number per millisecond. And trust me, like Visa even does like a huge number, but I think they have a number up there like Visa, like, because tons of people are doing stuff on that program, like tons of coins. And I think like Polkadot or Cardano has like their own program too, but they're not no Ethereum, even though they are good coins. Believe it or not, they are good coins. Now, Bitcoin in May 1st is at 59,425. Now it dropped $715 today. The Valkyrie Bitcoin Trust will spend to all investors today. Will open, I'm sorry, to all investors today, says the chief investment officer. Previously, it was only open to a handful of clients. The trust is seeing interest from people like dentist clinics, programs like dental clinics, car dealerships, and stuff like that. Several clients are putting excess cash into Bitcoin to earn yield because they are being smart. Instead of leaving it in the bank or just holding on to it, why not put it in that Bitcoin trust, or all these other ways, and earning, like, you're earning money when you're sleeping. Like, it's ridiculous, and they're doing that. And many companies that have excess liquid cash have been putting in a significant portion into Bitcoin through the trust. You know what I mean? Because they're smart. In many cases, it's north of 50%. North of 50% of all their money that they have at the moment. And I won't talk about fees and how they are in relationship to others, that trust. But it's lower than Grayscale, which a lot of you should know about. I know about it because when they were doing like a 9-for-1 split for Ethereum, I took it as anybody who has Ethereum. It wasn't. It was only the people who had it in the Grayscale people. Lower than Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. Grayscale is owned by CoinDesk. And that's the parent company. It has a parent company, Digital Currency Group. Okay, and U.S. Bank quickly emerging as an institutional cryptocurrency player. It will act as the fund administrator for Valkyrie's prospective Bitcoin ETF, and Coinbase will be set as the custodian. I'm sorry, and I'll talk about Bitcoin. I think even though Bitcoin is a little lower now, it's still in a bear market. People are saying it's in a bull market. You gotta look at charts. I'm not good with pulling them up and stuff like that and pointing and doing this stuff as some of the better people are. But its ultimate cycle is up. You know what I mean? You remember just last year it was having trouble with 20 grand, and it jumped so much further just when the year changed. And look, we were messing with 64,000 not that long ago. So even 57,000, it's doing fucking fine. You know what I mean? That's a lot of difference just from last year. We're only in May 1st, And I really honestly think by the end of this year, it'll be $125,000 for one. And I got to look at what's been mined, how many percent. But once the whole 31 million has been mined, it's gonna be worth a million, maybe 10 million. You know what I mean? And Michael Saylor is the guy who was talking, who I said I don't remember his name before. I watch a lot of his videos and what he does when he talks about Bitcoin. He's a billionaire, you know what I mean? Or at least hundreds of millionaire, you know what I mean? But I think he's a billionaire. And he says a lot of the billionaires and super millionaires are investing large portions of their money into that because they know it's the future. Those 1%ers know it's the future, and they want to be the early people who have a large amount of it. So when it goes to 1 million and 10 million, it's going to be ridiculous. You know, just to get your hands on just a little Satoshi is going to be ridiculous. You know what I mean? So I really think you should pay attention to this and just put some in there and just don't even look at it. Put it on one of those things, the wallets that you can take offline, and just put in a safety deposit box or safe. Forget about it for like 5 or 10 years. Watch what you earned, you know? All right. Now Dogecoin. All right. And this was today. When I just looked, it was at 39 cents. It's fucking crazy. And I'm pissed. I'll tell you why. It was 30 and 31 cents on April 1st. No, on April 29th, you know, which was my birthday. Just 30 and 31 cents. So it rose 9 cents. That's a lot of money. Like, let's say you had $3,000 in it, you know, you would have thousands of dollars. A couple people became millionaires off Dogecoin. I once put in $3,000 into Dogecoin, and in 20 minutes I was up $250. And I sold it, so I shorted it, and I put it back into Ethereum because Ethereum was like dropping and raising. It was like at a bad part, and instead of holding it, I figured let me just make money off Dogecoin, and I did. I believe I did it when it was around 20 cents. I believe so. And I was recently restricted from the app I fucking use mostly, not all the time, but most of my money's tied up in Robinhood. And the reason why is because I have a couple banks too that are confirmed by them, and they let me do it through either or. And I was a jackass and I hit the buttons quick just to move it quick, and I hit it off my wrong bank. And that money didn't have the money. It was the other bank that did. And I kept writing them, but they were like, no, everything's fine. But then all of a sudden I was on a restriction until I paid back. It was only $150. So I sold $150 worth of my portfolio, paid it back that second. But they would put me on a buy restriction. I was on a buy restriction for 4 days. And I lost like $2,500 to $3,000 because of it. I mean, I'm fine now, but I won't get the money spotted to me anymore until my money from the bank shows up for just a little bit longer. That's it. I lost $2,500 from not being able to again put $3,000 into them when they dropped to 22 cents. After seeing 29 to 30 cents, you know, for a while, you know. They quickly rebounded to 26 or 27 cents after they dropped to 22 cents when they were like 29, 30 cents. They quickly rebounded, not quickly, but quickly rebounded 26 or 27 cents, and I was always watching them. So I did the math. I forgot now, but I did the penny math into dollars on a calculator, and the real prices that's able to figure out. It made my gains would have been 25 or just short of $3,000. I forgot, and that bothers me. That really does, because I could have made that. But now 39 cents, I need my funds more towards Dogecoin, because May 8th, the Doge father, he's now the Doge father. Elon Musk will hype up the meme coin. It's not really a meme coin no more. It's actually it's part of the top 5 highest, or top 10, but I think it's top 5 highest, and it could be top 10. So don't mark me, but I think it's top 5 highest market cap. But I think it's top 10. You know, it's up there. It's not a meme no more. And you can buy Tesla with Dogecoin. You know, you can buy a lot of stuff with Dogecoin. He's coming May 8th to he's gonna hype up the meme coin in I think Saturday Night Live or wherever, you know, wherever he's going. I forgot. I could look at my phone, but he's going to wherever it is. It could be some news, but I think it's Saturday Night Live, and he'll hype up that coin because his company's got investments in it, you know, and everybody listens to him. Bitcoin blew up once he said he put 1.5 billion in it, you know. So Now, people got to learn the corrections versus the drops. Like a correction, because all the cryptos see corrections. When they have those meteoric rises, people get scared when they drop. Like let's say they raise $5,000, like they're up $5,000 overnight or in a day or two, and then in like 3 or 4 or 5 days they drop $3,000, $2,000 or something, or 2,500. People sell all their shit because they think it's a drop. All that is a correction. You know what I mean? There's tons and tons of times where you'll see. That's why I said there'll be drops and gains, because the difference between a drop and a correction is 10% in one day. A drop is a drop. That's a drop. That could be a lot of things going on, and even listen to people talk on TV. A lot of things can happen. But if 10% drop over days happen, that's just a market correction for that coin, you know. And you guys got to be aware of that, because you don't want to sell yourself short, and then it rebounds right up, and you're buying it at a higher price when you originally got it at the lower price, you know. And I'll close right there. And I just want to say, because I don't want to take up too much of your time, I'm gonna do some NFT talks. That's non-fungible tokens, whatever the hell it is. I'm going to talk all about that and explain that, and where you could do it, where you could buy it and stuff in one of my videos in the future. But I'm going to try to put some of the graphs of the coins while I'm talking about them on here when I edit it. If it's not on here, I'm so sorry, but I'm going to try to cut it in there, but I don't know if I can. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys learned something, and have a good day. That's it.